said a movie would happen, and there's a fucking movie.
So a lot of gurus in the online space, they say they quit high school, they say education system is a scam. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I think school is pretty great because you get to meet amazing people. You get to create amazing friendships. So the only thing for me about school is that if you want more out of life, like if you want to come here with your friends, with your clients, with your team, school is probably not going to show you how to do it, right? Because I spent like my 2020 yearly salary on just this week just to come here with my people, right? Like if I was still in school, it would have taken me like 5-10 years to be able to save up to make sense of coming here with my family, let's say, right? So it depends. If you just want to go get a 9-to-5, work 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, then cool, go to school, get a job, chill out, right? But if you want more out of life, yeah, you're gonna have to get out of there ASAP.
So all of this is possible because of financial freedom.
Yeah.
What vehicle allowed you to achieve that?
Maybe I think this video will probably be a lot general. A lot of people will be checking it out. So service-based businesses, online service-based businesses, I think is the route to take because it's pretty easy to get started. You don't need that much information. You don't need 10 years of studying to be able to start an online service business. I started out with an agency. We're technically still an agency, but I started up clientacquisition.io, which is a service-based business that helps other service-based businesses scale.
So you've seen a lot of success with clientacquisition.io.
Yeah.
You've made your first $1 million in sales. What has been the biggest lesson for you?
I think it's two things. So when you're starting up in business, it's all about outreach. It's all about, hey, how can I get more meetings? How can I become better at sales? But I believe that to scale past 7 figures, you need two things. You need, especially online, content, and you need an audience. Because it takes so much amount of energy to actually get someone to buy from you that if you're only relying on messaging, DMs, by the way, we're probably the kings of cold DMs in this online space. But even though like my whole company is like based on how can we book more appointments for our customers, the number one thing that I've been preaching lately is please start a YouTube channel, put out content, and build an audience because people over time will trust you more and they'll come buy from you way easier if you have an audience and if you have content online. Yeah, so $1 million, content, and an audience.
Nice. And how has life changed after hitting that $1 million in sales?
I think life did not change. I think I just got more confident that I can do more. So yeah, that's it.
Respect. So with the actual revenue goal that you have to achieve before the end of 2022, what's that looking like and how are you able to achieve that at scale?
So when it comes to revenue goals, I think before this year ends, I want to definitely do $500,000 a month. Not profit, but I want to hit $500,000 in revenue. But by end of 2023, I want to be running an 8-figure company. And how am I going to do that? So we've not pushed a lot. We haven't advertised a lot. So I definitely need to get on advertising. And the way I get to 8 figures is I just need better decision makers. People can actually help me run the company, and I need more services. Right now we're only pushing one offer, which is the done for you $500,000 systems implementation program, where we just take someone from $5K a month to $50K, $100K a month, and we take care of everything for them.
So with this $500,000 done for you systems implementation offer that you have,
yeah,
could you break down to the people watching right now what that entails?
Yeah, so my mindset with building this program was, how can I make it unreasonable for my customers not to succeed, right? And at first it started up because I first started out as an appointment setting agency, right? But I ended up switching to consulting because I realized that people didn't actually have the things that are required to have to actually see success. So I built this program where we take care of everything. So the first thing that would keep you from not winning is probably not having the right offer, right? So we give you an offer, or we embellish the offer that you currently have. Once we know that you have an amazing offer that is proven, because we have hundreds of customers, so we know what's working and what's not working, then we go into how can you actually communicate the value of the thing that you're selling to the marketplace. So that's where we'll build a sales argument. We'll get you to put out a few pieces of content, a few bangers on YouTube. And then once we know that you have the right offer, you can communicate the value, then we'll actually build an outbound campaign and an outbound team to actually manage this campaign. The biggest thing that keep most agencies, or really anyone running a service-based business, consultants, high-ticket coaches and consultants, is not having something that consistently pushing out volume of outreach for them, right? So, or I could tell you what you need to actually book meetings, but because you're probably lazy, or it's hard, or you haven't scaled to multiple six figures after 30 days of doing it, you're going to give up. So what I do is I'll build the outbound campaign, and then I'll train a team to actually manage this campaign for you, right? And then once we have that, then we'll actually start talking on how to actually improve your back-end systems, and then help you be able to scale and sustain scale, essentially. And how much was it? It's currently $15K to work with us. Now, it's pretty expensive, I know that, but it's supposed to be expensive because, to be honest, I've realized that I have to make it expensive because I need to attract people who are really committed to it. Because I'm not going to lie to you guys, even if we do all this work, and even though the stuff we do can help you scale, if you're not the person who's committed to scaling it, to go through the hard part of business, I can't make you successful, right? I made a story the other day on my Instagram where I said that, like, no one can actually make you successful. People can give you the tools, people can show you the path, but you have to be the person walking through the jungle. Of course, clientacquisition.io will hold your hand, but you've got to be willing to hold our hands too and just never let us go. Because we will never let you go unless you decide to let us go. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay, cool. So 15K, it's a pretty high price point, but it's very justified.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of wins, a lot of case studies. What about for the person that's starting out, they can't afford 15K? What would you recommend that they go and do?
So right now we don't necessarily have low ticket offers, but we're starting to push out some done for you offers like email outreach. We're doing that. We're building systems for people without having you be part of the program. But if you're starting out, but let's say you don't have a lot of capital, then I would suggest just pay for consulting sessions or go buy online courses. Now, the thing is, you've got to really pay attention to who you're buying courses from, because a lot of people who are making millions of dollars with online courses, they're not necessarily the thing that they're going to be teaching you is not the thing that's actually going to help you scale, which is probably why I think I've seen success, because I've seen success not from selling at scale or to a big audience. I've seen success from doing the stuff that is not leveraged, DMs, hundreds and thousands of DMs. So maybe I wouldn't suggest you go learn from someone who's spending 100K on ads every month. I would probably suggest you go learn from someone who has to make money from organic channels or from leveraging outbounds, emails, stuff that you can leverage without having to spend a lot of money. So make sure you know who you're learning from. Yeah, go buy courses. It's it's an efficient and cost-effective way to become more knowledgeable and to know how to scale your business.
So what separates you from all the coaches, consultants, and online gurus?
So a lot of people actually confuse our service with like a course, but we don't actually sell a course, right? The difference, like I said in the beginning, my goal was to make it unreasonable for every client not to see success. And the only way you can get as close to making it unreasonable for someone not to see success is if you provide them with the right information. So most coaches and consultants, or really a lot of people selling information out there, they just stick to selling information, right? They'll sell you some snapshots or some plug and play stuff, but that stuff is not gonna make you actually leverage it, right? You're still gonna need a lot of activation energy. You're still going to have need a lot of discipline to actually implement on a lot of things, right? So the difference between client acquisition.io and other info consultancy agencies out there is that we give you the right information, but we actually come in your business and build the infrastructure that creates the success that you want. Let me repeat that. We give you the right information because you still need to be a little smarter. Okay, you need to become someone new. You need to become a better performer, and then you need an infrastructure. So right now, I think right now we have like a multiple 7-figure run rate. It's because we have an infrastructure that can create multiple 7 figures a year. Right now, if you want to make 10K a month, there is a specific 10K a month infrastructure. If you want to make 100K a month, there is already specific infrastructure for that, right? So when you come to work with us, we're like, okay, cool. You let us know what infrastructure you need, or no, what revenue you actually want to get to, and then we figure out the right offer and the right infrastructure to build and create that revenue goal that you have, right? It's not magic. Business is not, guys. Like even the $6 million villa, it's nothing impressive, because someone else has already done it and they've already laid. They already have the roadmap for you to get there. So if you can't make the money that you want to be making, it's your fault. There's look, if I wanted to know how to make 100 million, I could learn it before the end of the day, while drinking wine, right? So nothing is hidden from you. There is Google. Guys, Google makes they made like 63 billion in a quarter, right? And you're struggling to make 100K a month. Jeez. I don't know about you, but we got a long way to go. So the difference between us and a lot of people is just that we're focused more on infrastructures, less of information. Like I actually want to get in the trenches and help you win.
Yeah. Cool. So when did you decide to go all in with your business? Because you've achieved a lot in a very short time frame. And just remind the people when you actually founded the company and where we are right now.
Yeah. So I left my job in 2020, end of June, July. Because it had been 9 months of me going through courses, and I wasn't seeing success. And I was like, you know what? This 30K a year job may be costing me 30K a month. So I decided to leave my job. It was really hard to actually send in that email that I was quitting. It took me 3-4 months to make my first few $1,000s a month. And I hit 10K a month in January of 2021. That was the best revenue. Like that's when you hit your first 10K a month, it's the best feeling that you can ever have. It's even better than making 50K in a day. So I made my first 5-figure month in January of 2021. Made my first revenue, 100K revenue, 100K a month in revenue, not collected, in October. So I guess 10 months after making my first 10K a month. And then I think last month we collected $210,000 with client acquisition.io.
So between scaling to 10K a month, which you said was, the best feeling ever, in comparison to a 50K a day, and scaling to 100K a month, which one is the hardest and why?
So it's pretty funny, but I think making 10K a month is harder than making 6 figures a month, because the gap, not just in knowledge or revenue, the gap is actually way bigger in the person that you are from 0 to 10K a month compared to 10K a month to 100K a month, right? So because the mindset that you have while you have a 9-to-5 or you're not making any money with your business, it's so big because you literally got to become a different person. You got to start thinking different. You got to start making different decisions, right? And you've got to start doing things that are a bit uncomfortable, right? Versus when you're already making 6 figures a month or 20K or 30K a month and you need to get to 6 figures, all you really need is 1 or 2 more hires and just sit back and relax. That's literally it. You just got to want it, because you already made 10K a month. If you can make 10K a month, you just got to do 4 times more volume, 5 times, and you're good to go. 6 figures a month is easy work. And maybe increase your prices too. That's also an easy thing. Good cheat code.
So we're in here, the Spanish heat is getting to us right now. It's beautiful, but we're making a movie right now. Could you show us where we can actually watch one?
Of course. cars. Oh, let's go find a little banger of a movie. Is it a movie theater? Could you call that a movie theater or just a cinema room?
Let's find out.
Well, guys, look at this. And in life, so the thing with me is like, if some other people are living here, why can't you? You know, why you gotta settle for, you know, you don't have to live in the hood. Like, these guys they have the same brain as you. They have access to the same internet as you. They have access to, I mean, of course, there are better environments where it's easier for you to get access to the right knowledge, to the right people. But, guys, with the internet, you can do whatever, you know? Jiro, how did we meet?
We met through the internet. I actually recorded a loom, sent it to you and Marcus. We did the mastermind in London. Where are we right now? In Spain.
You don't have to let them know where we at. They know where we at. But yeah, guys, so here's the other place. So this is just a little section here. I think, you know, a little bar. If ever you want to come sit here and just, you know, take a little sip. I should be drinking tequila now. Some little football table, whatever. 2 bathrooms there. And yeah, let's go downstairs. So, with everyone here, I'm probably the best at this, by the way. So, just to let everybody know that I own this thing. But yeah, so here's the conference room / I guess office. When I saw it, I was like, you know what? We're gonna get to work. What? No. I mean, at least my team is working, but I'm not personally working. But you could, you know, just come here. Be like, okay, guys, we need to get to $100 million. Who's got some ideas? And I have some there being like, oh, this customer has this offer. We need to push it more. Oh, we need this. Reg is gonna be like, hey, we have 1,000 appointments that is ready to be placed. I'll be like, okay, cool, whatever. And then I'll have Josh like, yo, we need to run a few bangers as ads. I'll be like, yeah, let's do it. Might actually shoot an ad right now. If you're running an agency, online service business, and you need to scale, please book a call. But here's the little movie banger. This door is really hard to open. But yeah. They have Netflix, but there is no chill. But it's really good. It's an amazing place to be if you want to just, you know, take a break from all the thing that's happening.
From life.
From life, and you just want to be in your zone. You know, just come sit here, maybe just lie down here, yeah.
Let's head over to the table and ask a few more business questions in the conference table. This is where the M's are made. So, you know, you're a hard worker. You could have easily settled at 10K or 100K a month. What drives you to work this hard every single day?
I think personally, it's all about confidence, right? I know a lot of people are probably like, you know, a little bit insecure, and that's probably why they want to be financially free so they can do whatever they want to do, or tell to the people who didn't believe in them that, you know, they could do it or prove them wrong. But I think for me, the thing that drives me the most is just becoming more confident in myself, knowing that I can do more. Is probably the thing that I chase the most, right? The confidence in myself. Because the money, like once you start making 10, 20K, 50K, 100K a month, like your life does not change at all, right? But the belief that you have in yourself and the confidence that you get from, you know, going from 10K to 6 figures a month, to multiple 6 figures a month, to maybe at some point $1 million a month or $1 million a day, like the confidence you gain as a human, because that's something someone can't take away from you, right? And just beautiful. It's an amazing thing to chase.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, could you show us around a little bit more?
A little bit more.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just realized that those things can actually be turned into beds.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's pretty funny.
You find out something new every day whilst you're here.
Yeah, so we have a few bedrooms here. Here, 2 bedrooms, it's good. And then we got also a few more here. I don't know if some magic happened here, but you never know. Magic happens everywhere here. But yeah, let's go upstairs, and I think the view is just better.
So we're out here, the sun is not going anywhere anytime soon. So I'm gonna ask you a few quick fire business questions.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on profit margins?
I think when it comes to profit margins, if you're chasing profit margins, I can probably guarantee that you're not really running a big business, right? And it's totally fine. I mean, if you don't have crazy big aspirations, it's totally fine if you want to stay small. But for me, I'm not chasing profit. You know, when people are like, oh, I'm 70-80% profit margins, but I'm like, bro, you're making $30,000 a month. Although that's amazing money to most people, like, nah, that's not enough, you know? What you need to do is just scale the heck out of your business. Start making, you know, 30-50% of, you know, maybe $10 million a year. Then you got a few millions to blow on life, on living. And the other thing is, if you're making 30K a month, who are you gonna take care of? You can't take care of anyone besides yourself, right? So get big, take care of the people that you love, so that they never have to worry about financial stuff, you know. But yeah, I want to go big because I actually want to remove like currency or financial troubles out of anyone in my environment. I don't want that to be a problem ever, because money is made up, guys. It's literally made up by other people. So how can something that's made up be scarce? Why would you be scared to get rid of some profit when you know you can actually produce more of it? Because it's literally something that's made up. It's like fake shit. It's like, imagine if you're worried about breathing because you're so worried that the oxygen is going to run out. That would be crazy. It's like you see people running away. It's like, I'm only going to take a small breath because I don't want to, you know, take up too much amount of oxygen in the air, you know. It's crazy.
Yeah, talking about people that are being scared.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
Biggest fear? I would have to think about that one. I don't necessarily. Biggest fear. Wow.
Or any regrets in life?
Biggest fear. No, I want to answer that question. Let me think about it.
All right.
I guess biggest fear will probably be just, you know, something happening to the people I love. But I don't necessarily have crazy fears. I guess one thing though I've realized is that the more successful you become, the more, like, the bigger the risk becomes about, you know, maybe something happening to you. So sometimes I start worrying about little things that I would never have worried about before. Like, oh shit, like, you know, what happens if this happens? Or, you know, what if we go out, or we go in, or who I'm surrounded by. Like, I definitely try to stay away from, you know, bad energy and bad people, because, you know, we have $100 million man right here, so like, we gotta protect it at all costs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
what would you say is the #1 challenge you faced in your business?
I'd say the most challenging thing personally what has been finding good talent, because everything else, to be honest, any problem in business can be solved by just hiring the right person, right? So finding talent has been one of the biggest thing that I've been running into, especially lately.
And how do you find good talent?
Okay, check this out. I don't actually think you find talent. I think you attract talent. Because a lot of people are like, oh, hey Serge, how did you, where did you find someone on my team? Let's say Belle, right? Like, I didn't go looking for her. She just wanted to join this amazing vehicle that we've created. So I think, and that's why I suggest people, like, please push building an audience. Please put out content, share your vision, share your principles, share your ambitions, because the right people who aspire for the same things will actually, like, they will like come towards you, right? And the best hires for me, I think 80% of my team has been, 90% of my team has been hired from them coming to me, rather than me going actually, you know, seeking for hires. Yeah.
That's special, man. That's special, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, go on to Upwork or something like that.
Oh my God, those are the worst, especially because they're just looking for a check, you know? Like my team, most of my team, like when I hired them, you know, I didn't necessarily have the budget that I have now. So like, I you know, just like everyone else who's starting out in business, you're kind of trying to lowball people, right? But, you know, now, you know, when I see someone showing up every day, dedicating their life to helping me achieve the mission that I've set out to achieve, like, you know, start, you know, paying them well. I mean, we're in Spain, so I don't think they're upset for being part of the company. And you know, some profit share, because I believe that if you work with me, money should also not be an issue for you, because there's so much amount of value and wealth that can be created. Like there's no box for this thing. Business, and that's why business is so amazing, because there's no limits. The only limits is right here. How big can you dream? And you know, if you're out there just thinking that, oh, you know, you've made 10K a month, you made 100K a month, you're on Instagram out there with your Rolex or your Patek or something like that, and you think that you've made it, you've not made it, right? As long as you're still alive, you can still dream some more and go for bigger dreams, you know? For me, that's what excites me, you know? Like, oh man, we just made, you know, 6 figures a month. Oh wow, we just made almost 6 figures in a week. Like, oh my God, that's pretty amazing, right? But yeah, dreaming is an amazing thing. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. Now, you mentioned principles.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned about, you know, sharing your principles online, attracting talent. What would be the main 3 principles that you live by every single day?
So I'm not sure if it's a principle. That's something that I live by. So I have 2 tattoos in my back, right? And the first one is, I owe it to myself to be great. So that means that, you know, whatever happens in life, I'm going for the, you know, the big things in life. The second one is, everything that is not forbidden by the laws of nature is achievable given the right knowledge. So like, that's one thing that I live by. Like anything, like if I want to build a 9-figure business, unless there's a physical law or some laws of nature that, you know, can keep me from it, I can do it if I wanted to, right? And the other thing that I like to keep in mind is, you know, I'm going to die someday, so none of this actually matters, right? Like literally, like the only thing that matters, I guess, is the experience that we're having right now, because that's the only thing we can really keep with us. But you know, whether you're successful or unsuccessful in business, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? And the last principle would probably be, you know, just love a little bit, you know, just love life, love some more, just love everything. I think a lot of people are so scared with life that they forget that the only thing that matters in life is actually love.
From the lover boy himself.
You dig?
So, in terms of, you know, achieving all this success, what's the next move?
I guess the move is going to be more success. Yeah, but no, I think I want to build some more products. I want to build more services. I want to be doing this a little bit more, you know, just hanging out with my people. Maybe I might fly my team to Montreal just so we can work together at some point. But next move is, I'm going to be building another product, another program. It's going to be called the 7-Figure Leverage Consultant, and that one is going to be special, right? Especially now that I've proven something, you know, because I think when you start, you know, when you're good at appointment setting, when you make multiple 6-5 figures a month, you're good, but there's still some things that need to be proven. But now I know that I can take anyone to 6 figures a month in 6 months or less profitably. I mean, I could even probably get you to 100K profit a month. So I'm going to build that program. It's going to be really limited to 10 to 15 customers a year. And I'm going to take care of building everything for you. I mean, for sure you need to be someone who's already making good money, probably like 50K a month, a minimum, to work with us. But I'm gonna scale you to $250,000 per month through outbound, no ads at all, unless you want to scale faster. And I'm gonna take profit share. Say, I'll make you rich, and I get richer. And I think that's the play that's gonna get me to $1 million a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fire. Now, for the people interested, how much do you think that would cost?
There's definitely going to be just like a startup fee, right? I don't know yet, but it's not going to be cheap. It's probably going to be like 25 to 50K. All right, I think I need some more wine right now. So let's switch up locations and then keep making this movie. By the way, lover boys hit the city when there are roses everywhere. You did! If no one has ever bought you any, it's a rose, right?
Yeah.
Then please get to know client acquisition.
Link in bio.
Also, I think they switched this because it was not an L before. I think it was an F, right? So, but lover boys, we prefer it love. We prefer making love. Okay, that's that. All right, so I think here it's pretty sick. Shall we do it here? Un día en el mundo. Hablar un poquito español. I need to learn Spanish though, to be honest. I think if I learn Spanish, it will be the day that everything clicks.
So, if you had to start from scratch, what service would you start selling to scale to 50K to 100K a month in 2022, going into 2023?
Okay, 1 second. Yo, bro, I'm shooting bangers right here, bro. God damn.
I was literally just saying to Bex, I think you might be recording a video, but this is important. So listen, bro. We got a little sign, bro. So basically.
Oh no!
Show 'em what we got. Yo.
We might be getting a little sign. So
No way.
I've been calling around places. So here's the rundown, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in talks with another guy. Boom. So we got this potential beauty as well. I'm just looking for a drop top, either Ferrari or Lambo.
Yeah.
So this one I think is only available from tomorrow. I'll double check it.
Yeah.
Whereas this bad boy is available today and tomorrow. So here's why I'm calling you, because I'm not here tomorrow, innit? I'm leaving first thing tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get this today and you get it tomorrow? Because she said we can do that.
Yeah, just do it.
Let's do it. It's 6K deposit, which obviously we'll get back, and then it's only 1,500 per day.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Alright, perfect. I'm gonna make
Movie. You can't make this up, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If we get this today, I'd much rather have this for today.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if we can't, we'll just get the Ferrari, yeah.
Perfect, let's do it.
Sweet. Bro.
Ciao.
Also, Serge, can I roll through the villa, or is it later?
Yeah, you can roll through, but we're about to probably dip out after. Have you guys ate?
Yeah, that's the thing. We've eaten everything. We're
Okay.
just chilling now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can come through, yeah.
I'll just call you once we're ready, but apparently they can drop this off anywhere for free. So we'll probably get this dropped off outside here, and then
Perfect.
we'll do it from there.
All right, cool. All right, speak soon. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Let's go.
You can't make this up, man. This was caught live in the middle of shooting this movie.
Little banger. All right, shall we finish it?
We shall continue.
So if I had to start from scratch, I would probably go into appointment setting. I know I'm a little biased because I'm pretty good at it, but especially with the amount of people getting into online service businesses, they're going to need a lot more meetings, right? So, and without meetings, they have no business, right? So it's kind of like something that most business owners can't live without. So by you becoming an amazing at appointment setting and building like an appointment setting agency, you can guarantee success. The other offer that's been really trendy right now is definitely pushing anything related to TikTok, organic content, UGC. Even in the the UGC creator space is going crazy right now. If you go on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, it's insane. Yeah, anything related to TikTok, appointment setting, or anything that's trendy.
So what are your actual thoughts on TikTok ads, and is this TikTok ads UGC offer saturated?
Well, I don't necessarily think it's saturated at all, but and a lot of people have this misconception that saturation is a bad thing. But the truth is, if a market is not saturated, it probably means that there is no money in there, right? I'm sure you've probably thrown little breadcrumbs in a pool or in like water and see how crazy the fish go. Guess what? The reason why they saturate all over that, whatever you just throw in there is because that's where the thing is, right? So if there is saturation in a market, it's probably because there is money, there is food, there is bread. And guess what? The bread always comes first, baby. But yeah, so no, I don't think it's saturated. A lot of our customers are making a lot of money.
So you mentioned UGC, organic content management. How would you actually scale a content offer and go ahead and take that to new heights?
I believe with that kind of an offer or in that kind of mechanism, you need talented people. So you're probably going to need a creative director, someone who's worked in a bigger agency, right? Someone who can take care of managing and running the operations. And you're going to need amazing editors and people who can work 7 days a week, not 9 to 5. Like, you need people who can push out amazing work, okay? And the amazing thing with this offer is that you can go find people from India, from the Philippines, from Rwanda. It doesn't matter, you can just work with anyone. And there are amazing editors from all these countries where their currency isn't as strong, so you can take advantage of that to have bigger profit margins.
Cool. So what's your opinion on email marketing?
I've had this question many times, but so people like to ask questions like these, like, hey, what's your opinion on Facebook ad as in service, or what's your opinion on email marketing, or hey, what's your opinion on starting a TikTok offer, or what's your opinion on this? Is like, my opinion does not matter, guys, right? What matters is you pick a service and you do the outreach, the volume of outreach required for you to actually scale. Any offer is good, any service is good, as long as people are already paying for it. Now, if you were starting out and you're like, hey, I'm going to start this offer that no one has ever bought before, then I'm going to be like, hey, maybe you may want to reconsider your decision and actually go sell something that's already proven. And to answer your question, email marketing is proven because, a lot of people are making money.
Cool, so this has been a pretty long video, but it's a movie at the end of the day, but we're going to do the final push, quick fire questions. So, this is not a business related question, but this is a very trending topic. What are your thoughts on Andrew Tate?
Funny enough, I do have a few customers in his war room and a few friends, but I respect the guy. I respect whatever he's achieving. I think he's an amazing marketer. I think he's figured out his lane and he's pushing hard. I think he just got restricted from FB and Instagram or Meta. But I think we're two different characters. We wouldn't really be aligned. Like, I'm a lover boy at the end of the day, and I think I'm a bit more conservative. I think I have amazing aspiration when it comes to business. I want to definitely achieve great things, but when it comes to the everyday, the personal stuff, I'm really conservative. I'm respectable. I love everyone, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's doing great things, but not necessarily. We're two different people.
Cool. Now, in terms of stacking a lot of cash, accumulating wealth,
yeah.
Do you have any investments right now?
No. The only investment is my business, and I do invest with my money in my business, but all my attention goes back to my business. And I know a lot of people are like, hey Serge, you should put money in crypto, you should put money. I literally have had customers who paid me in Bitcoin and crypto, but I don't even have a wallet. Like that's how bad I am with investments or trying to find other opportunities to make money. No. Like I want to become the best at one thing. I want to create an amazing brand, and then like guys, there will always be amazing investing opportunities. Like crypto or Bitcoin or real estate. Like that's not going anywhere, right? So for me, I'm really locked in my business. Even though I know I can probably make more money with the money that I have from investing, I still do not want to do it because like I'm not in a rush. I want to play this game of business, right? I don't just want to see numbers stack up in my bank account. You know what's the most boring thing in life is when you end up just having everything that you wanted, and you don't even have to work for it. It's where I definitely aspire to get there, but I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush. On the journey, right? But definitely want to get into real estate, though. I think there are some tax, amazing benefits that you get from it, and I love Grant Cardone, so I need a few billions in real estate too.
Yeah. So as you can see, you couldn't make this up. We just got a call from our good friend Marcus. What are we doing tomorrow and tonight?
We might be getting an F8 Tributo delivered here. Yeah.
Easy. What advice would you give to someone who has accumulated a lot of cash? Because yourself, you might not be into investments right now. You're looking at the bigger picture. But someone right now, what would the rational advice be?
I personally think you need to get rid of it. I think that the goal is passive income. So if you're sitting on a lot of cash, I would probably go into real estate. I think crypto is great, but I would only invest in crypto money that I'm willing to lose. I wouldn't necessarily think that's a long-term play. But I would probably go into real estate. I think there's amazing benefits from buying whole life policies, insurance. There's amazing plays in that. But get rid of the money and go broke and get your hunger back, right? Because we're meant to evolve. We're not meant there to just sit here and just be like, oh yeah, I'm sitting here drinking some wine and I'm just waiting for money. No. Get rid of the money, get some passive income, have it take care of your life, your living expenses, $6 million villas every quarter, right? And maybe a little nice Porsche. But then don't have any money on you. Just go broke. Wake up every day and go grind. I don't think your family wants you sitting there being like, hey, I'm a millionaire, I drink cigars, and I'm just getting fat. No, come on, man. You can't do that.
So that's the business questions out the way.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the more personal stuff. What are your thoughts on relationships and entrepreneurship?
So there's this thing where like you gotta be alone. There's this. I think a lot of people have this mindset that in order to build, you have to be alone. But as a man, I think being alone is actually bad because there's still a need that has to be met. You need to fulfill your needs, right? So I think nowadays, I'm more on the side of like, hey, let me just get into a relationship and just have one person that that I can have good and bad times with, that I can go to bed at night with, and drink some wine with, go to the movies with, and so that I know that certain needs are met, so I can have all my attention back to business, right? But we're going out pretty frequently here in Spain, right? But the amount of energy it takes, let's go get little Spanish things you did. Like it's too much. And I personally, I'm not the type of person to like go out running after like a bunch of girls. I don't have the energy. You can't be building an amazing business and also be the biggest fuckboy on the planet. Like you gotta choose. And to every F-boy out there who's watching this, choose what do you want. Do you want to get at the end of your life and be like, hey, I've had all these women, or do you want to have one that you can build a family with and just have a good time? It doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
So this pretty much answers the next question, which is, are you looking to settle down with a girl soon?
Yeah, I think it's just life, guys.
So to those watching, Loverboy is on the market right now. He gonna get you some wine and a rose. So what age do you actually think you'll be when you get married and start a family?
Right now I'm 24, so I don't know. Maybe by 28. By 28, I definitely want to be settled, with a home, a lake house, and maybe a baby on the way, or 10 of them. Yeah.
Cool. Now, when you were 18, what were you doing? Because in today's age, you got 14, 15, 16-year-olds, like your customers, that are starting online businesses.
Yeah.
What were you doing back then?
I think when I was 18, I was probably still in school. What was I doing at 18? I was probably dreaming about driving nice cars. I was probably working at a grocery store. Actually, no. I was working at a grocery store when I was 16. At 18, I was working a few 9-to-5s. I was just looking at big sharks. Actually, you know what I was doing? I was doing some network marketing stuff. Yeah. Because that was when I really got into entrepreneurship. I started getting into network marketing, like MLMs. And that was amazing. It got I got to meet a lot of good people. But I was just, trying to make a living and trying to have a good time in school.
Speaking of 9-to-5s, what job specifically did you have, and what are your thoughts on the 9-to-5 system?
My first job was, the people who pack bags at like a grocery store. That was my first job.
Backpacker.
Yeah, it's crazy. I still go to that grocery store at times in the AMG, and the funny thing is, not necessarily it's a bad thing, but it shows a lot how people are. People are so ingrained in their routine that I think the people who were working there with me are still working there 6 years later, right? And I'm not necessarily saying that it's a bad thing. I mean, if they love it, if they love the environment, it's cool. But it's just to say that like people get comfortable, really comfortable, right? But that was my first job. I then went to a few, cold calling jobs. I think I had a lot of those to a point where I think I was working at like a cold calling like an agency where you literally had 2 headsets, and so the calls were automated, but you didn't have to speak, but you had to use like the computer to answer both calls, right? It was literally the craziest thing ever, right? So you had to have 2 keyboards, and depending on what the person responded, you had to click a specific button with a specific answer. It was insane. And then I had that, then did door-to-door sales, and then I ended up going to work for an e-commerce company, and that was that.
So you mentioned, all these various backgrounds that you had in terms of work, 9-to-5s. That's amazing because, look at where you're at right now. So this leads on to the next question. What advice would you give to the Serge when you started out, especially with all the hardship that you've been through in life?
I mean, if I was to give myself an advice, I would just say that, everything is worth it. Like whatever, because there's this thing when you're starting out, you go through like a jungle. I think it's Ray Dalio who said that success is like going into this jungle, right? But it's like whatever thing you meet in that jungle, please, it's worth it. Like even if it scares you, even if it's uncomfortable, even if sometimes you're stressed out of your mind, even if you have a bit anxiety attacks, trust me, everything is worth it, because not just at the end, it's not just once you're through the jungle that it's going to be beautiful, but even while you're still on the path to the thing that you're chasing, it actually gets beautiful at times, right? Like right now, I'm not done going through my own jungle, but I'm not complaining right now. So I would say that everything is worth it. And I tell this to even my customers. It's like, I know things are going to get hard, and you please expect it to be hard, but I promise you that it's everything, all the sacrifices that all the hours that you're putting in, it will be worth it at the end of the day. So sacrifice everything you have to sacrifice.
What would you have done differently after the experience you've gained, knowing what you know now?
First is focus on one thing at a time, right? Even when these new shiny things pop up left and right, stay locked in on your one thing, okay? Because what you don't want to be is someone who's known for a million things, right? Even if you think that logically, it's like if you do more, if you sell more stuff, you're gonna essentially make more money, but that's not always the case, right? Because if you try to sell a bunch of things, then there's always gonna be that one person who just focuses on each area or each industry who's gonna beat you at it. So first thing, dial in on one thing, and then the second thing is, this, I don't know if it's Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett who said this, but he was like, if you can't work with someone for a lifetime, then don't work with them for a day. And I think that I haven't always stick to that thing, but it's something that now I definitely stick to. It's like if I get a vibe where I'm like, yeah, you may help me for a month or two or a year, so let me hire you. But no, like if I don't believe that you're willing to go a lifetime with me, then please don't, I'm not going to get on a call with you. I'm not going to hire you. It's that simple. Now, does that mean that I don't give, an opportunity to people who I may feel like are not as great or as talented? No, that has nothing to do with it. I'm just saying that I need to feel like I can trust you for a lifetime. Yeah.
That's powerful. That's very powerful. Now, the ultimate final question. What advice would you give to someone at the start of their journey?
Alright, so if you're just starting out in business, okay, let's say you're just embarking on this amazing journey, I have really 3 things to say to you, right? The first one is congratulations. I think you're making an amazing decision because it will get beautiful over time. The second thing is, it doesn't matter how long it takes you for you to win, make sure you stick to the script, okay? Please do not give up after a month, do not give up after a year, do not give up after 5 years, because even if it takes you 5-10 years to see success, I promise you that once you do start winning, everything else will be worth it. It will have been worth it for you to sacrifice that time and all those sacrifices for you to actually win, okay? I mean, we're in Spain right now, so we can't complain. And the third thing is, don't let success cost you more success. What do I mean by that? I mean that when you start making 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, $1 million a year, multiple 7 figures a year, 8 figures, 9 figures, don't let each milestone be the reason why you sacrifice the next milestone, right? Because I see a lot of people who get to where they had set up, the level. Let's say you want to get to 10K a month, or you want to get to 6 figures per month. You get there and you're like, oh yeah, I'm good. Please don't do that. We're like, just like, people playing ball or hockey or, race car drivers, the goal is not to get to hit a certain specific goal. The goal is to literally keep evolving and keep breaking, what would you call them? I guess the goals that you had set out for yourself. Keep achieving them, because the benefit from achieving great things is who you become from achieving them, and the confidence that you gain from becoming the person who can do those amazing things. So just keep going up, keep going crazy, and never stop. Because if you do stop, then you're done. But that's it. Are we done with this banger?
Movie.
Let's go. Boom.
Cheers to that.
Hey, thank you for watching my video. One thing that I want to ask you is please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with the people in your circle, people who can find this content helpful. And before you actually leave, I have a 5 days to 50K a month program with the right offers, the right mindset, decision-making, training, everything you need when it comes to scaling an agency, high-ticket coaching or consulting business past 50K per month, from the client acquisition systems to how to actually scale and sustain scale. If you want to access it, click the link below. Yeah, find it helpful.